Hey guys, my name is Patty. I'm a chiropractor and I'm just here today to get a video out. I love connecting with everybody and it's something I haven't been able to do very much since I've had a new baby. And there's something I wanted to talk about that everybody could benefit from, which is food sensitivity testing. I had mine done 3 years ago underneath my old mentor from Palmer, Dr. Floyd, and my test results were really shocking to me, and I loved the whole idea of it because you can eat healthy foods and they may not react to your body as the same as everybody else's. So there's a lot of science involved in explaining why, and if you'd like to know more of the why and the how, then I can add some links that you guys can look it up. But to get to the point, the cell response in the body on a cellular level, when placed with antibodies inside your body itself, can have a very inflammatory, provoking reaction. So it can be broccoli or spinach. I was really surprised when I got my results. My top intolerances were bell peppers, spinach, strawberries, pineapple. It was 3 years ago. I had them pretty much memorized for a long time. Obviously, gluten and dairy, because those just aren't good for you anyway. And it was just really interesting and helpful to know which foods, because if you're going out of your way every single day to make this giant spinach salad and have a blueberry smoothie or whatever to go with it, then if those are your bad foods for you, then you're wasting your time, you know what I mean? So knowing them is very powerful, and your body's response to it is inflammation. So if you're consuming a food that your body doesn't agree with, over time you're going to set up certain dysfunctions and things like that along the way. Like I said, there's a lot of cellular responses involved, and it's all immunoglobulins in your antibodies and how they're responding and enzymes and such. So basically, I'm offering these tests. I am working with several labs, so if anybody's interested, just message me. When they give you the results, you're going to spend a long time trying to figure out how to eat these foods. It's kind of hard in the beginning, but it's awesome. Because now when you go shopping or when you're trying to make a sandwich or something like that, just think about how many ingredients of foods you use when you're eating a sandwich. If you tried to figure out on your own how these foods are affecting you, it would take forever and it would be nearly impossible. Foods are triggers for a lot of different conditions, not just migraines. So you may feel bad after you eat something and think, well, I ate a completely healthy lunch. It must have been something else, and then you start trying to circle and blame it on different foods, and then you swear off that food, and then you try this new diet, whatever. I'm not saying that food testing is everything. It's not. It's very important, and it's a very good place to start. Obviously, there's lots of things involved. The body's very complex, but what we put into our body makes a difference. We all know that. But more specifically on this level, it's letting you know that spinach, that was one of my other high intolerance foods. And I was like, oh, good, because I don't like spinach. So it's just very eye-opening, and by already eliminating the foods that are your highest intolerances, you're already doing so much better than if you were just sitting there shooting in the dark, wondering. It takes up to 48 hours to actually get a food response sometimes from something you've eaten. So you might sit there and think, oh, it's happened within an hour after I went to Chipotle. It must have been the salsa or something, You could certainly drive yourself crazy trying to figure it out. But from what I've read, it can take up to 3 days, actually, within a few hours to 3 days to get a full response. So I think it's awesome. I think I would even want to get my kids tested, because I'm sitting there making them eat their broccoli or this and that. Well, knowledge is power. Knowing that broccoli is not one of their foods, I wouldn't be slamming it down their throat. So anyway, I think it's awesome. I'm happy to do it. I love nutrition and helping people, and chiropractic goes full circle with all of this stuff. So if that's something that's interesting to you and you'd like to get involved, send me a message and I can set you up with everything. We can talk about your individual needs. There's different types of tests. You can test spices, you can test inhalants and molds and all sorts of things. So if you send me your information, I'd be happy to talk to you. And I hope you guys have a really awesome day. And just remember, I'm not giving any medical advice here. This is just diet related, but consult your primary care physician if you are wanting to change anything or take this, to change anything that you're currently doing with your regimen. But although changing foods is not something that should affect any type of medication or anything like that. But like I said, I'm not giving any medical advice. I'm just coaching you on foods, which foods agree with you according to your test and which ones don't. So I think it's awesome, and I'd be happy to help, and I hope you have a really awesome day. Bye.